And they both should show up now.
Thank you. Okay, welcome back, folks. We are now going to take up S36. And if you refer to the committee's webpage, you can see S36, the main bill as passed by the Senate, and you see S36 draft 3.1, which says House Human Services Amendment. So we will first be doing a straw poll on our amendment. And the amendment is the one that I forwarded to you last night, included the modifications that we made with Katie yesterday. So I'm just gonna, before we get to the straw poll, just to see if there's any questions on the amendment. Just as a reminder, the amendment is adding a new section 6, which is a report on the public inebriate services and programming. That one requires the Department of Health and Mental Health, the departments both, to expand their public inebriate services and prioritizing Chittenden County in that work, based upon our feedback yesterday. And
Madam Chair, sorry,
Yes.
to interrupt quickly, but when I click on the link on our webpage, it goes nowhere.
Refresh.
If you want to refresh,
Oh.
things, yeah, so go out,
Got it.
go back, and just refresh. press-
I just clicked on it and it was fine.
Oh, okay. But
Okay.
thank you. No, it's fine now.
Is it okay?
But I
Okay.
just opened it just a second. So amazing. Okay.
I know, you never know.
And
Just opened
that's
the
on.
webpage. Yeah. So
It's on our webpage and I'm,
thank you. Sorry.
no problem, no problem. It's, I want to make sure everybody can see what we're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, it's draft 3.1, says at the top, 1:15 PM. Yesterday afternoon. Tax day.
These.
Okay, everybody on the same page? All right. So this is taking into consideration our decisions yesterday, prioritizing Chittenden County for expansion of public inebriate services, requiring the Health Department and Mental Health Department to do a presentation to us next February on their progress in doing so. And on February 15th next year also shall require the Department of Corrections to provide a presentation to us describing their efforts to reinstate the practice of connecting individuals with appropriate community-based substance use and recovery services. Those were changes that we made yesterday. Section 7 is renumbered. That is all of the stuff that we added on the previous version with regard to the Human Services Board and reporting. You'll see at the bottom of page 2, including data regarding cases resolved prior to reaching the stage of hearing officer or full board involvement. So requiring AHS to come back with that information. In the middle of that page, this was just an omission, adding the House Committee on Healthcare to that report back. And then on page 4, obligation, this is regarding the Human Services Board and obligations of the board, meaning the Human Services Board and the attorneys representing the agency or departments. We added the term end analysis to the recommendations with regard to the data. We're expecting to get a update on what would be relevant data. And then the name of the bill is changed after the bill is voted upon. So that is our amendment. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to ask if there's any questions or clarifications about the amendment that we worked on yesterday.
I have a question, but not on that.
Okay. All right. So can I see by a straw poll, those people approving by
My
raising?
question had to go before the vote, though. What was the straw vote out of Senate on this?
The Senate voted this out 11-0, but they did
I
not,
wanted to know.
they did, I mean, not 11-5, thank you, 5-0.
They just grew.
They doubled the size of their committee. Um,
I kind of knew what you meant, so.
Senator Hart reported here in our committee that they voted unanimously on this bill. However, they did not vote on the amendment because we are making the amendment. You understand that,
That's why
Representative?
I'm fine with the amendment.
Okay,
Okay, thanks.
okay, you're welcome. Okay, so, all those in favor of the amendment, just raise your hand. This is a straw poll. Okay, Doug, that's an 11-0 on our amendment. Okay, now. Yeah, he knows that.
Well, that's right.
He's a quick learner down there, that one.
Yes.
Okay,
Aye.
now I'm going to have folks, just refer to S-36 as passed by the Senate, to make sure you understand what's included in that bill. Okay, again, we did not make any changes to the language that the Senate had. We just added our own language, which we just voted on, okay? So this is referencing high intensity and lower intensity substance use disorder treatment in residential care, and essentially saying that this is according to the requirements and the recommendations of the healthcare professional. I just want to be clear that this actually is current practice. I think, as I said yesterday, it's the third section that is actually the most important section of this bill, and that's how it's paid for. So it's being done by session now, and the session is 2 weeks. And so that is this sort of common perception that only 2 weeks is allowed. And so I think that time has come to take a look at how we're
Really clear. Yep.
to be really clear about we're aligning that with the clinical needs. And that's what it says, aligning the Medicaid payment model with the clinical needs of individuals. Okay. And then we took a straw poll yesterday and agreed with the Senate's repeal of the July 125 prohibition on using correctional facilities. So we will keep correctional facilities as a option for public inebriate services. So that's what the Senate did, and then we just amended it. And so now the next vote will be on the bill as we amended it. So you're voting on what the Senate did, and you're voting on what we just did in that amendment. Is everybody clear on that?
Mhm.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions about what we're voting on? Is everybody ready to vote? Okay, so I would entertain a motion to approve the S-36 as amended.
Moved.
Okay. The
Who's
clerk,
the second?
we don't need a second.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I learned that. That was a new
Right.
thing. I didn't know
Thank
we
you.
didn't need a
Sorry.
second, but we don't need one. Yeah, okay, the clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Bishop. Yes. Representative Cole.
Yes.
Representative Donahue.
Yes.
Representative Easties.
Yes.
Representative Garfano.
Yes.
Representative McGuire.
Yes.
Representative McGill.
Yes.
Representative Nielsen.
Yes.
Representative Noyes. Yes. Representative Steady.
Yes.
Representative Wood.
Yes.
11-0-0.
Thank you very much. And Representative Bishop will be reporting this, and Lori and Dan can assist you on the next steps, which are always they're a mystery to me, let's just say. We will need a clean copy of the amendment, which did you get from Katie or we? Okay, so we'll get that from Katie, and then Lori's got it all taken care of, as does Dan. So all right. Thank you, folks. Good work on that. I think we managed to, Doug did want to know if he gets credit for reporting 3 bills, since we kind of managed 3 topics in one bill, but no, the answer is no.
Second request, I get to maintain you as phone a friend if I have any questions
I love that.
during the recording.
Yes, yes. Okay, so after floor, we are going to be taking up H 248, which is an act relating to the childcare program. And we're going to be getting the walkthrough from Katie, and then we are going to be hearing from Janet McLaughlin, who is the deputy commissioner. And I think that's it for this afternoon. Yeah. Okay, so